Okay, things seem to be going right. And okay. So that seems to be working. I managed to go live properly this time. Let me set up a few things also. Just a second. So this seems to be it. Let me just make this. Just raise the sound a little bit and go back to the game. Right. So this was horrific. I tried to connect to the live stream I scheduled, and I barely, not barely, I didn't manage it at all. I had to delete it, and I had to start a new live stream from the start, from scratch. And probably I'll try to learn OBS because this logic capture thing is, it doesn't seem to be working well with YouTube live streaming. Let me see things. Okay, right, ladies and gentlemen, uh, I am a retro amateur, and I welcome you to my little corner of the internet. Uh, just give me a second here. Right. So, introductions. I'm Retro Amateur. This is my secondary channel, Simulation Nation. Retro Amateur, of course, is not my real name. It's the name of my primary channel in which I do retro computing and gaming stuff. In this channel, I will do mostly things that I like regarding flight simulators, racing, and other stuff like this. Initially, this channel wasn't going to be that. Initially, what I was going to do in this channel is make War Thunder and World of Tanks content, but my relationship with with these games, turned out to be quite tumultuous. And subsequently, I abandoned this channel. But I rebranded it, and I will be doing much more simulation and racing and strategy and all that kind of stuff content here. For my first video, I will be doing a landing extravaganza of every aircraft in Il-2 1946. I trust most people who will watch this live stream or watch it later on, watch the playback later on, is familiar with Il-2 Sturmovik. But to those, if there is a chance that someone here is not, let me give you the 101. It's a flight simulator that was released in 2001, and it was a very popular flight simulator surrounding a World War II aircraft and combat. And it was focused in the Eastern Front, the Russian front. So it started off with German and Russian aircraft, and It was centered around that the popular Russian attack aircraft, the Il-2 or Sturmovich. I don't know how what exactly it is. Let me let me check some things. Right. Anyway, what I will be doing here is not exactly a new concept. I started doing a Land All the Aircraft series many years ago, but I decided that wasn't the right direction for my retro amateur channel. But the idea never really died, and I will be doing it now here, live. I hope this goes well because I went to so much trouble to start this stream. And we will be starting with this. I've chosen the alphabetical order of the aircraft list. Before we start, let me show you the difficulty settings. Everything is on except separate engine start and complex engine management. This I don't want to be involved with complex engine management. Let's do this straight up, right? Our first aircraft is the A20G, and let's get down to business. Everything is okay. I choose Okinawa because it starts you almost lined up to an airfield. I didn't do it with the full mission builder because that's a bit more trouble than I think it's worth. Let's do this. And here we are. Right. So the A20 then. The A20 Boston or Havoc or DB7. It had many names and it fought in many fronts. Like it fought in Japan, or not in Japan, sorry, in the Pacific. It fought in Europe and it fought with the Russians in the Eastern Front. It's quite an unsung hero, if you ask me. Multi-role. It could do attack. It was a medium bomber, and it could also serve as a night fighter to hunt bombers. I've been sent messages, and the first thing I would like to note about this aircraft is that it's very easy to fly, and its tricycle landing gear makes it also easy to land. Hmm. A bouncy landing, but I'm a bit anxious because it's live. There you go. Nice. Let me just change something. Okay. Right. Nice. Let me just close a few programs I have opened that are bothersome. Right. Okay. And we are good. And we've landed this beauty. Let's move to the next aircraft, shall we? By the way, I forgot to tell you what joystick am I using. This is my joystick, the Sidewinder Pro from 2001, 2002, I think. Anyway, it uh, it says on the tin that it works on Windows 98 and XP. So I guess it's from around that time. Regardless, it works on Windows XP Windows 10 problem free. Let's move to our next aircraft. By the way, this Il-2 Sturmovik, it's modded, so I will be landing modded aircraft too, and I won't be landing all the variants of a given aircraft unless it's um, it's different enough. Next up, A26 Invader K and B. Which one? Let's go with the earlier model. Mhm. Okay, let's do this. Now this one has a tricycle gear too, which means it's probably going to be easy to land. Uh, it's not a stock aircraft, which means it was added from the VP mod pack mod. I don't know much about this aircraft, to be honest with you. I've heard more about the A20 than I have heard about this. Oh no, it's shaking quite a bit. Let's hope nothing gets jammed. Or I will have to land the aircraft from the start. Good one. It's a nice plane, though. Okay, so I don't know anything about this aircraft, but given the looks, I'd say it's an attack aircraft and light or medium bomber. Regardless, let's move to our next one. So, what's next? The A5M4, a very early Japanese aircraft. Uh, not not that early. I mean, it was pre-World War II aircraft. Very nimble, not particularly fast as any interwar aircraft was. Lightly armed and even more lightly armored. Let's uh let's have a go, shall we? I expect it to be easy to fly, not particularly difficult. By the way, if you're hearing tippy taps, it's my dog. I have my dog here with me. Uh, yeah, very stable aircraft. I won't have to be concerned about landing gear, deploying my landing gear because it's fixed. I don't know how to open the what do you call it? The sights. And I can't see in front of me. Yeah, it's very easy aircraft to fly. compared to the Invader, which felt a bit wobbly at low speeds. I can't see shit. Oh, I'm closing. I am too high. Fortunately, my aircraft isn't that big. And it doesn't need that much. Whoa. Bouncy landing, but you know what they say? Any landing you can walk away from, it's a good landing. General rule of thumb, the smaller the aircraft, the easier it is to land. Holds true about this one. Right, next one. A6M2, the Zero. Of course. Let's see, how many variants do we have? We have the late ones with many upgrades, and we have the pure, the old one. I will be taking this one. Let's do this. Nice visibility. Not much need to be said about the Zero, an infamous Japanese fighter for its speed. Now, it wasn't particularly fast, but it was very light, and it could climb fast, and it was more maneuverable than American contemporaries. And for quite some time, he dominated the skies over the Pacific. And I believe it's easy enough to fly. Of course, it's the features that made it so agile were also its biggest drawback, because it wasn't armored. A few bullets could set it ablaze. It's a very efficient, light and efficient aircraft, which and the flaps generate a lot of lift. Come on. Nice. By the way, I have it set to allies and not axis, because of the position. Because if I change it for each aircraft, it starts me on a completely different location, and I want to be starting from this location. Ooh, nice. Landed. So far, so good. We haven't crashed any aircraft. What's next? So, as you might understand, I've landed the A6M2. I won't be doing the same for, say, the A6M5, A6M4, or the A6M7. So, that's how it will go with variants. because from the A6M4 to the A6M763, I don't think there is enough differences for me to go for it, right? Although probably there are. Anyway, AR-196. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna attempt to land this on a runway with the pontoons, the floats. I don't. Yeah, pontoons, floats, whatever. This is another modded aircraft. It existed as an AI aircraft, unflyable. You couldn't fly it. But with a VP mod pack, you can actually fly it. It's armed with a single machine gun. I think it can take bombs. Its primary role is that of a reconnaissance. I don't think it was used for combat much. And we're going to be landing it on an airfield with the floats. I'm a bit too low. I will try to bleed as much speed as possible before touching down, so I don't turn my plane into a scrap heap. This is yet another plane that can fly slow. Come on, come on. I have to see this. Oh, touchdown. Yeah, I did it. I landed on the pavement. Can I take off? No, I can't. What a surprise. Okay, we leave the Arado AR-196 behind. My dog barking to other dogs outside the window. So, our first jet, the Arado AR-234B2 LPR 9044, the first jet bomber, ladies and gentlemen. Can take drop tanks, though without bombs, I don't know why would you want drop tanks. You want to carry bombs, right? Default. It might not, despite the tricycle landing gear, it might not be easy to land. Also, we have, how should I say this? We have the realism for the engines cranked up to 11, which means these things are not reliable. Let's do this then. Hey, Pavel. Thanks a lot for being here and helping me not to talk to myself. This thing's fast. I'm having the engines all the way down and it's still picking up speed. Oh man. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This thing refuses to slow down. This is gonna go bad. Come on, come on. I'm running out of runway. Come on, come on, come on. Ah! This is not looking good. Oh crap. Should I try this again? Yeah, I will try this again. Our first crash. But fret not, as I will be giving it another shot. But this time I will give it no throttle at all because this thing accelerates even when facing down. Oh no! My engine shut off. This is the thing I was saying about engine reliability. I think this time it will go better. Come on. Almost there. Come on. Come on. I did it. I did it. Pavel, by the way, since you're here, can you tell me if there is, if I am too loud, if the game is too loud, if there's something that needs changing? Because I can't exactly monitor this thing while I'm playing and live streaming. Right. So the Arado, anyway, the Arado 234, the first jet bomber, and it was actually our first crash and the first truly difficult plane to land. We're moving to the Avenger 3, the TBF Avenger. Now this one is the British version, so we won't be landing the American version because it's practically the same. And enough talk. Let's do that. Let's go. Whoop. My God, I'm not flying like this. The aircraft is just that wobbly. But it has a nice interior design. Anyway, the Avenger, the DPF Avenger, a workhorse of the US Navy during the war in the Pacific. A carrier based aircraft that was primarily used as a torpedo bomber, though it could carry bombs. Okay, I came in a bit low. Jesus. It looks like a boat and it flies like a boat. Oh my god. It just doesn't want to go down. I think I'm gonna crash this thing. Did it. How do you land this on an aircraft carrier? Like, seriously? Oh, no! I went a little too hard on the brakes. But you know what? I'm counting it. Let's move to the next aircraft. Avia S199 94-7. I think this is an Israeli BF-109, or at least it's based on the BF-109 with an engine, different engine. It was made after World War II, as you can see here. Should I do this or should I not? Let's do this. Let's land this. I I think it's sufficiently different from the BF-109. Right. I mean, the cockpit is the same. The guns are the same. Yep. My dog is here. He wants attention. So if you hear him whine, that's the reason. This one's a bit wobbly too. But we're closing in the airfield. Ooh, it's shaking like crazy. Let's do this. Come on. Ooh, 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 good one. So that's it with the Avia 199, an aircraft I have no idea about based on the BF 109. I I don't know if it fought in any theaters or battles. I have absolutely no idea about its service record. Anyway, let's move to the next one. There's a car with a megaphone passing outside. I don't know if you can hear it. Oh my god, are we already on the B-17? Right. This is gonna be a tough one. Let's take the old lady for a spin. So, the B-17 then, huh? Our first proper big aircraft. It's also a it also started life in 1946 as a what do you call it? A an AI aircraft, but thanks to the miracle of modding, it's now able to be flown in the sim. Now, whether or not it's easy to land, I do not know yet. Not the best cockpit ever, but given that it's a mod, it's pretty good. Also, given that it's so big, it's also pretty stable. It also has big wings and it's very efficient when it comes to lift. Come on, I'm running out of runway. Come on, come on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Well, there goes one engine. Anyway, I made it. So what's next? We managed the B-17. Everything will be easy peasy from now on. Oh, the B-239, also known as the Buffalo, an export. The B-239, I think it was an export to the Finnish. I think. Regardless, let's do this. The Buffalo, then. Nice cockpit. It was considered an obsolete aircraft, but it was considered an obsolete aircraft, but it fought in a few theaters where Japanese. Wait, I'm trying to remember things about this aircraft. Uh, I think it fought against the Japanese. I don't remember with which air force. It also, I think, it fought with the Finnish against the Russians. It was generally considered easy to fly with excellent maneuverability. But when it came to more modern aircraft, it was obsolete. Let's do this. And I have to say that this is true. It's very stable. Nice. Machine guns. And I made it. Nice. Easy aircraft to fly, it was true. and easy to land, but obsolete for its time. What's next? Oh, oh, another biggie. Let's uh, let's try this. Hmm, come on, there, there you go. Ooh, that's a chunky cockpit. So this is the B-24 Liberator, flown at the same time with the B-17. Now the B-17 was a good bomber, but the thing is the B-24 was superior. If I'm not mistaken, it had better range. It would it definitely could take a bigger bomb load, and it was either at the same speed, which means it could do more than the B-17 while without losing any performance. In any case, it was better than the B-17. It's just that you don't hear about the B-24 as much because the B-17 was better for the better for propaganda. Again, another record that doesn't want to land, and I don't know if it was like that in real life or if it was like that. It's like that because something is out of whack with the physics. Anyway, I felt like this is easier to land than the B-17, and I think it's thanks to the fact that it has a tricycle landing gear. It's a gorgeous aircraft, though, don't you agree? Anyway, what's next? Oh, of course, the P-25, the Mitchell. Which one? Which one? The one with the big cannon? Nah, let's take the early one for a spin. Uh, give me a sec, okay? I'll be back in a moment. I'm back again. Where was I? Well, I went to take a piece. Piece it. Anyway, let's get back to business, shall we? Right. Everything is okay. So where was I? Yes, the P-25 Mitchell. I will be landing this beast. As far as medium bombers go, this is one of the most renowned, especially for the Doolittle raids, where a bunch of Mitchells went and bombarded Japan, which signaled the beginning of the end for the Japanese. So it's so action in Europe, it's so action in the Pacific, and I can totally see why. Because it's a very good aircraft. It's like it's like a smaller version of the B-17. Uh, and yeah, much easier to land than the big boys. Another tricycle aircraft. A beauty, isn't she? Nice. The early motor had a single machine gun in the front. Okay, we're done with the B-25. What's next? The B-26 Marauder. Another little known aircraft of World War II, I think. I don't know in what. I know for certain it was at the Pacific Theater, but not much else than that. Has anyone seen the movie, uh, the Midway movie? Wait up. This is a familiar cockpit. Regardless, the Midway movie had one of these, a wing of these, that were shut down, and one almost hit a Japanese carrier. And at the time, I didn't recognize the aircraft. I was like, "What is this? Is it just made up?" Oh, I'm coming in hot. Whew. This turned out to be faster than I expected. But it slows down quite well. Is it? Oh, yes, tricycle too. Uh oh. uh, okay, okay. Second crash. And I thought it wasn't going to be easy. I think it's my fault. I didn't pay attention to my airspeed, but I will count it. Let's move to the next one. B-29. Dear God. I'm curious. Does it take the nuclear bomb? What is a raisin? Whatever. I suspect this is not going to be easy to land because the B-17 and the B-24 give me trouble. I, I expect this to be just as troublesome. I mean, it already wobbles like crazy, and I cannot see shit outside the cockpit. I'll be opening the flaps from now. Deploying the gear. Let's set the flaps to landing. It must be really scary trying to land this IRL. Tricycle landing gear once again, but if anything, if we learn anything in the last landing, doesn't mean anything and you can still screw up big time. Oh, oh, that was smooth. That was very smooth. So this was the landing of the B-29. I don't know how much you heard about this plane. It dropped the first nuclear bomb, and we just landed one. It's a darn good looking plane, if you ask me. A big tube with wings. Anyway, what's the next aircraft we're landing? This biplane, the B534, and I have I can't remember. Okay, give me a sec to look this up. Look this plane up. Uh, let's see. What I'm doing is I'm looking on my phone to see if to see what's the deal with this aircraft. I mean, I know it from Il-2 Sturmovik, but I don't know anything about in real life. B 534 534 Eve or 4 Avia. Oh, Avia. Czechoslovakian biplane. Interwar. First flight in 1933. Introduced in 1935. Fighter aircraft. And I think it's our first biplane. Let's do this. Let's see what we can do with this aircraft. I believe it's going to be very nimble. The aircraft, the engine doesn't really like negative G's. But it's very nimble. That's that's more runway that this aircraft needs. So yeah, it's a Czechoslovakian fighter, 1935 interwar. I don't think it ever made it in World War II though. It it doesn't have it doesn't have flaps. Oh yeah, this is easy. Besides this basic information I found out, I don't know much else about the aircraft. Like how was it in real life? Was it terrible? Was it good? Yeah. I took off. Oh no. Come on, stop already. Another efficient design. When I said this is too much runway for such a small aircraft, I take that back. But then again, it might be my fault. Next aircraft. B. Oh, the 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 torpedo bomber. The Japanese torpedo bomber. One of the main torpedo bombers of the Japanese Navy, came in two flavors: B5 and 2 and B6 and 2. Which one should be landing? Let's land the original. Uh, these took part in, if I recall correctly, they took part in the assault to Pearl Harbor, and they were very common and the workhorse when it came to torpedo bombing in the Japanese Navy. Sorry about that. I had to burp. Very large wings, but no forward assault weapons. No machine guns on this one. Again, I had to cough. Anyway, let's land this baby. It's not a particularly fast aircraft. It's rather slow. Yes, it has flaps and has landing gear. We are an hour into this and we haven't even landed half of the aircraft yet. Coming into land. This is much easier than the Avenger. And this one was supposed to be able to land on a carrier. So it's a carrier aircraft. Oh, much easier. Much easier than many of the rest. Come on. Nice. Another one landed. At least I managed most of these. Now we have the British Viewfighter. The little hunchback, as I like to call it, because it's not. It has a very weird looking fuselage. Now, despite what it might seem initially, the Viewfighter is not a light bomber, though it can serve as a light bomber and as an attack aircraft. But it was also used as a heavy fighter. And I think it was superior to the BF 110, which we will be landing in a bit. You don't hear you. Give me a second to gather my thoughts. So you basically hear about the viewfighter, but not as much as others, right? It's not a super popular aircraft from that time, but it is one that you have heard about, right? Damn, I like this cockpit. Let's. Hey, look, I got a sound system in this aircraft, but I cannot operate it. So the viewfighter, land-based aircraft with a plethora of roles, much like the A20. Effective in its field. I think I. Yeah, I came in too low, but and I overshot the runway a bit, but I'm doing it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, I'm running out of runway. I overdid it again. Come on. Ooh. Whoa. This one's a tail dragger, huh? And we're there. This thing is bristling with gans. Okay. And we are through with the viewfighter. Now, Buford. Buford Tannen? No. We have quite a few Bufords here to choose. 3, in fact. But which one? It's a tough choice. Nah, I don't care. Let's take whichever. Buford. So the Buford then. The Buford, a British medium bomber. Medium. With a weird configuration because it has a single machine gun in the wing. And I'm not sure why. Anyway, let's land this baby. It Now, I haven't heard good or bad things about this. I imagine it was effective for its role, which is bombing. Let's try not to go too low again. It has its own cockpit, which is nice. This is another modded aircraft. You can't fly this on vanilla Il-2 946. Let's deploy flaps and landing gear. Start turning, or try to start turning. Why do I always miscalculate this? Come on. Yes. And another plane successfully landed. Hmm. Such a small plane. 3 people in it: the bombardier, the pilot, and the rear gunner. But who's doing the navigation? Anyway, let's move to our next plane. I don't think the Buford is a particularly interesting aircraft. Oh, BF-109. So BF-109, the 1936 one, I feel it's sufficiently different than the later ones, right? The early models. So I will be landing the 1936 one, and then I will jump to one from the 40s. Okay, so let's do this. It's surprising to see how old the BF-109 is, and how little it changed from this. I mean, sure, you have more powerful engine and better weapons, but the general shape remained the same. In looking at the wings, you get a feeling of modernism. Like it feels like a modern aircraft with these square wings. Whoops, I've overdid it a bit. So let's start deploying our stuff, flaps and landing gear. I hate this landing gear. As far as I know, the landing gear of the BF-109 made landing a bit troublesome. But so far, so good. I didn't have a problem with the Avia 199, and I didn't have a problem with this one. Japanese flag. And here we are, we've stopped. We've landed the first version of Germany's most popular fighter during the World War II. Did I say the World War II? Ignore that. So let's go to a later model, see how much more different it is. And there's a lot of them. Let's take. I had forgotten about this. We will be landing in the last though. After we land the normal BF-109. No, wait. Where's the one with the yellow nose? Sow yourself. BF. Not this. I'm looking the one with the very iconic look. This one. I think that's the one. Or no. Make me have to look all of them. Ah. Hello, doggy. Come on, where are you? It was probably that one at the start. An early one. Which one was it? 9041. Yeah, I think it was one from the 9041 lineup. Yes, this. Let's do this, shall we? Dusty, I cannot show you any more affection now. I need to land aircraft. Yes? Yes? Okay. Go look out your window. Ποιος είναι Dusty? Ποιος είναι έξω? Pay no attention. I'm just messing with my dog. It has more guns. Okay, let's land this aircraft as well. Okay, I have 2 much airspeed. Perhaps too much airspeed. Come on. Okay, we bled enough speed and now we're gonna touch down. Oh man. And there you have it. I'm doing ABS. And here we are. Nice. So far, the BF-109 proved to be one of the easier aircraft to land. Both the Avia and this one, and the original. But let's try the crazy one, the Z. This one probably never existed, or at least I think so. Let me check it out quickly. BF 109Z. It exists in War Thunder. And I can't find anything. It probably never existed. That's willing. It was experimental. It was never built. It didn't. It was never a thing. So, let's land it. Two BF 109s stuck together. Jesus. Armed with cannons. There's only one cockpit. The other one is closed. Perhaps doesn't even have a avionics. Let's see how easy it is to land. There's a tendency to roll to the right. Yeah, this is gonna be troublesome, is it? Yes, it's 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 tricycle landing gear. Only this has 6 wheels, so it's 6 cycle. I need to remember that. Okay, this one is more. It's yeah, it was a bit tougher than the regular BF 109, but we did it, didn't we? What the hell is this thing armed with? Jeez. Okay, next one. BF. Wow, yeah, the BF 110. Which one? Should we go with the latest one? Nah, the one with the radar. The last one without a radar. So this is the BF 110. And contrary to popular belief, which I totally made up, was a heavy fighter. And the problem is that it doesn't have the characteristics of a heavy fighter. It's slow, sluggish. You'll tell me that yeah, heavy fighters weren't supposed to be. No, this one is worse. This is a, a very slow aircraft for its time, underpowered. It couldn't climb as well as other heavy fighters, and they used it to escort bombers and fight lighter fighters, interceptors or whatever. Like you can't fight against a Spitfire or or even a Hurricane against this. right? So I don't know what was the big idea with this aircraft. Even the A20 was, I dare I say, even the A20 could outperform this. But it was an easy landing. If I have, if I have something to say about it, if there is a silver lining, yeah. So next up, oh, those crazy, crazy Russians and their little rocket plane. The BI-1 or BL-1. I do not know. Has two cannons out in front. Is designed to be fast to intercept stuff. Oh no. We need to bleed speed because this thing is a speed demon. We can't use the engine at all. At least it has a normal landing gear. Did I just. Okay. I was worried there for a second. Oh, come on, you little garbage. Oh, no, 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 no. I've run out of ammo. Yeah, it had to be done or I'd end up on the cliff. But it was a successful landing. So that's for our first rocket plane. Now, Blenheim. Another unremarkable, dare I say, bomber. It was something at the time it was used against the Germans, but eh, let's give it a go. Looks a lot like the Buford. Right? Minus. Oh, wait, what is this? Oh, it has guns. More. This Farin has at least guns. More guns than the. Its other sibling, the Buford. This is another modded aircraft, by the way. You can't fly this in vanilla. Yeah, let's not lose too much speed. By the way, my dog is here and he's craving my attention while I'm trying to land an aircraft. Ooh, I'm losing too much speed. No, that's faster than my motorcycle. Come on, come on. Ah, woo. Nice, nice. Let's use the machine guns as brakes. No, 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 no. That was close. Good. There goes the Buford. Right. We're done with this one as well. Not the Buford. The Blenheim. Oh, here's the Buffalo, the original Buffalo. We've already landed this, so let's move to the next one. Oh, the C-47. The C-47, of course, or the DC-3. It's an aircraft that I'm familiar with because Flight Simulator. And I suspect it's gonna be easy to land. It's not a high performance military plane, it's transport. Basic transport at that. Another non vanilla aircraft. You can't fly this in the base game. This is where my co pilot starts shooting bricks. By the way, I have absolutely no idea about the landing specifications, like how fast or how slow you have to be going. What are the stall speeds? I'm completely blind. But that's an easy aircraft to land. In a flight simulator. The tail just won't settle. Come on. Finally. Neato. Right. So that's the C-47. Nothing special. Now we have the Kant Z 1007 Bs from 1940, and it's float variant. Of course, we will be landing. I won't be landing the float variant. I will be landing the regular variant. I have absolutely no idea what this plane is. All right. I mean, yeah, it's probably a medium bomber from Italy. But other than that, I haven't heard anything about it. So let's have a go at it, shall we? Oh, I'm looking for it on my phone while try to fly. Don't do this. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't text while flying. Count Z 1007. Alzione. Kingfisher translates to medium 3-engined medium bomber. First flown in 1937, introduced in 39, just in time for World War II. It has no guns, of course. What's how slow can this thing go before it starts stalling? Whoa! I did it. But it's a nice looking aircraft, especially the model in this game. Nice and smooth with detailed textures. Anyway, now we're going to the Corsair. Nice one. Do you like it? I like it. The Corsair, of course, it was another popular Pacific Theater fighter aircraft. But though it could be used as a fighter, it was primarily used as an attack aircraft, right? To carry out bombing runs, even dive bombing, with the gull wings, which are its signature characteristic, helped with. Now we're picked up a bit of speed here, so we need to cut the power. We're coming in hot. This is another aircraft that was carrier based, and you're supposed to land it on an aircraft carrier. So I assume landing gear as well as flaps are made to be durable. Whoa! Hiya! Hiya! No! 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 This is a. This is weird. Come on, get back to the air, to the runway. No, don't go. Stop! Stop! Okay. I will accept it. I will accept it. I crushed it. Moving to the CR32 Quarter and CR42. So I'll have to look this up a bit again because I think these are Italian, but I'm not quite sure. CR, okay. CR 32 quarter. I can't believe this. It puts the War Thunder page above the Wikipedia page. Anyway, so the Fiat CR32. Yes, it was Italian. Biplane fighter, introduced in 1933, another interwar one, of course. And was retired in 1953 with the Spanish Air Force. Anyway, let's do this, shall we? No, wrong button. Fly. They fly now? They fly now. You moron. Let's do this. How many guns does this thing have? 2. They kept making this as if it was World War One. Cockpit. Yes. Good one, if I do say so myself. And as per usual, this aircraft is not available in vanilla. This aircraft is included with VP mod pack, and you will have to get it to have this aircraft. Now I've bled too much speed. I expect it to be easy to land. Cum quater. Nope, it doesn't have flaps. And of course, as you saw, the landing gear is fixed, and that's how we will do the stuff, the landing. Whoa, nice. We touched down. What the hell? It was like going just over 100 kilometers an hour, and this thing tried to take off. Bloody biplanes. Nice. That's it. I did it. I've landed the plane. Of course, we have to go to the CR42, which I imagine to be an evolution of 32. That's strange. It says 1937 here. Maybe it's another 1937 variant. Anyway, CR42, I imagine to be a much improved CR32 with a different engine. Let's land this too. Ah, sorry. Yeah, much more luxurious interior. But let's not miss the runway. Ah, my nose itches. Whatever. I assume this is a faster plane than the CR32. I don't know much about the history of this aircraft. I don't believe it's so much action. Much action. Only two machine guns at the front. Two small machine guns. Small, low caliber. No flaps either. I mean, if the 32 didn't have, like, what chances did this have to have them? Oh, I missed the runway. Whoa. Whew. I did it. I did it. Huh. Oh, I think this is repairable. Let me try something here. Okay, back to the game. Eh, I overdone it with a brake. CW21B, 1940. I know this plane only as a flyable aircraft within Il-2, and I have no idea what kind of plane it is, where it came from, or any of that stuff. So let me just look it up real quick. CW, not the channel. 21B. See, wrong letter, buddy. CW, not CE. Kurt is right. 62 of these were built. Primary users: Chinese Nationalist Air Force, Royal Netherlands East, and Indies Army Air Force. Introduction 1939. It doesn't say when it was retired. Specifications: at 3,700 meters, 505 kilometers. Not the greatest performance. Typically, two 50 cal guns and two 30 cal guns. Okay, let's do this. So it was built by Americans, but it was exported then. Seems like a rather simple plane. I'm sorry, I'm trying to clean myself because of the hair from my dog. And the aircraft is flying itself. Yep, it has four machine guns, all right. It's a weird little aircraft, right? Keyword being little because it's very small. Of course, it has a retractable landing gear And flaps. Nice. Biplanes didn't have much in the way of flaps, right? And they didn't really need to. With 2 rows of wings, they had plenty of lift and very slow stall speeds. This one, oh my god, very pleasure to fly. Nice. Very smooth landing, very easy landing. Eh, let's go to the next one. Nice little plane, if I do say so myself. Oh, Danish. Dutch. So these are Danish aircraft. Dutch, Danish, whatever. These are fighters with fixed landing gear. Like, whose idea was this? Anyway, let's try landing one. I mean, it's in their war, so there was very high chances that someone make would make a fighter plane with fixed landing gear. 2 guns. I can't see any flashes, but I think I see the holes. Anyway, this thing is nice, nice cockpit. These aircraft are available on the vanilla game, but I don't know if all the variants you saw there are. I think there's a couple of variants and that's it. It has flaps. And it's relatively easy to fly. It it's a good plane. It's a pleasure to fly. Turning to the it doesn't wobble. It does what you tell it to. Yeah, nice plane. Easy to fly, easy to land. Don't mind the bump there, the bounce. Nice. Nice. Good one. Right. There goes with the Danish aircraft. Let's move to the next one. What's this? Oh, the Val. The infamous Japanese dive bomber. Let's do this. I imagine it's easy to fly. I mean, it has giant wings and 2 machine guns at the front. This is another aircraft that was used during the attack on Pearl Harbor, and it also saw extensive use during the war in the Pacific. And it was the premier Japanese dive bomber. I don't think there was another one. Like, this aircraft was never evolved. It stayed the way it was all throughout the war. I see someone watching. Hey, leave a like and say hello. Yep, it does have flaps. What? I think I've overdone it a bit here. I wasn't paying attention. And I'm running out of the runway. Come on. Okay, touchdown. Oh yeah, baby. There goes the Val. Landed. So what's next? A few old Russian medium bombers. DB3 and DB3B. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, the DB3 with a DB3F. They're not the same planes, are they? They're not. I mean, the nose is quite different, but the rest of the plane? Oh, it's wrong. Yeah, I think it's the same plane just with a different nose. Let's just land the DB3F. I don't think these planes are that much different. No. Let me do a double take. No, I think they're the same planes, just with a different nose. The engine cowlings on this seem smaller, so I imagine the engines are not the same. So we'll land them separately, okay? Let's do this. Let's do this Star Wars looking aircraft. Interesting enough, these planes have a single pilot seat. Ah, my nose itches. Damn it. I'm sorry. Let's see how these fare. My apologies. So it has a gunner on top, a gunner below, a gunner in front, and the pilot. Let's deploy everything. I see another person watching out there. Come on, say something. I'd like to interact with you. That didn't sound too creepy, did it? Don't be shy. Okay, final approach. Yeah, very stable. Nice. I don't know much about this aircraft. Only that it's a medium bomber. Nice. Excuse me, I need to see my messages. Yeah. What do you want me to tell you what the message was saying? No. Anyway, this was a very easy aircraft to land on. Now, to the DB3F, which is a very different plane. I think this is the one, if I'm not mistaken, that was that bombed, or at least they were sent in a mission to go past German defenses and bomb Berlin. And I don't remember if it was this aircraft or if it was successful. Anyway, very many similarities. The cockpit is the same, and I'm not sure if this is just because of the game. But do not fret, my viewers, my non-existent viewers. It doesn't matter. I'll land it. I will land it. Let's deploy everything and get ready to line up and land. This is another aircraft that's easy to land. Much like the previous one. Okay, I overdid it a bit, sorry. But, come on. Oh, bouncy touchdown. Huh. But we did it, didn't we? Nope. Nice. There goes the DB3F to what's next? Dornier do Hiki. No, Dornier do 70Z. Any difference with the 217? Of course. 270 looks chunkier. But this is the only 217s that we have. Weren't the heavy fighters, the heavy fighter variants either available either? Never mind. Let's do the 70Z first. These were medium bombers. No, they weren't even medium bombers. I would classify them as light bombers. Anyway, let's head down to Okinawa. Okinawa. How many people occupy this plane? One at the back, one at the front, and one pilot. 3. Yeah. There's even a gun for the pilot. Can I man it? Yeah, I can. But then the autopilot. What the hell? I was mistaken. There are more people in this plane than I initially anticipated. Let's land it and check it out. Let's put our flaps and gear down. Bobby. Never mind. It's a funny thing I saw in a show. Nice. Touches the ground smoothly. Nope. Don't do this. Oh, yeah. So there's a guy down there, guy up there, that's supposed to fight with 3 machine guns, the pilot, and the bombardier. Man, 4 people, not 3. There's also a window over there. Whatever. 4 people. 4 crewmen. Let's do the bigger, better version, I think. My dog likes to be annoying. So if someone's watching right now, because I see 2 people watching, and the one other is my other account, which I use to monitor things, see how they go. Please like the please like the if you like the live stream, right? And converse. Leave a message. Type in the chat. I hate to talk to myself. I feel like a crazy person. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm deploying everything to try to bleed up some speed. Bleed off some speed. Come on. We've bleeded just enough. Come on, touchdown. Bounce. Bounce again. But we are on the ground. Come on. We don't have much runway left yet. Ela. And we're there. There's a second runway, by the way. But no, I prefer the main one. So there was the Dornier 217 M1. What's next? The Dornier 335, a plane that you think is in a fight. That's a fighter, but in reality, the Dornier Do 335 was intended to be an attack aircraft. Let's have a go at it, shall we? Now this game comes with a tricycle gear, which is an advantage. Ah, man, I love this cockpit. The push-pull engine configuration is interesting. And it's a rather fast aircraft, so I have to be careful not to go too fast again, as it happened sometimes. There is an aircraft I'm dreading to land, but you'll know it when we get there. Who's someone is beeping outside. And it drives my dog nuts. Someone's outside the window. Come on. God. Shh. My dog probably thought I ordered pizza because this is what happens when I order pizza and there is a delivery guy outside. But I think there's a delivery guy outside, but he's not for me. And my dog is losing his mind. And this landing went better than expected. Nice. Neato. Perfecto. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, Digital Extremes will release a SU-25 frog food for free, in addition to the one they already have out. Now, we're going to the next aircraft, the F2A2. We will just go past the Durand Yak 90, which is an ace aircraft. We'll go to the Yak 9 line soon enough. So we have the F2A2, which is the Buffalo again, a third Buffalo. So we wouldn't be doing anything with it. So the evolution of the Buffalo, the Wildcat, which is a very famous Pacific theater aircraft. It was considered a nice plane, reliable and easy to fly. And I hope they're right. The only problem was that it wasn't that great against the Zero. Carrier based, as it was usual for most aircraft of the Pacific theater. Even though there were some aircraft that were not carrier based, like the Mitchell, the B 17, the A-20, etc. The way they describe this plane is like this is the quintessential pilot's aircraft, right? Like it's a joy to fly. So let's. What the hell? Something weird is going on. Uh, we will have to redo this because my flaps and my landing gear refuse to open. Okay, something is definitely weird. Let me try another variant. Or else I will attempt a belly landing. This is weird. It for some reason it refuses to deploy the landing gear. Let me try the Corsair, another Corsair. This works. The flaps are deploying. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Let me try one more time. And I will belly land that thing if it doesn't open. No, it doesn't let me. It must be a bug. Okay then. Let's do something unusual. Let's belly land that thing. Hook to. So basically, I have nothing to slow me down. Let's see how this will go. This is probably a bug because I can't think of anything else. My controls are. What else could I do? Nothing. This is probably a bug. I suspect as much. Regardless, I've already landed the other Corsair, so I won't be landing this one. Let's go to the Hellcat then. Let's land the Hellcat. The Hellcat, of course, was uh, the successor to the Wildcat, which is the aircraft we barely landed a couple of minutes ago. And it was better in every respect, to the point where it was at this moment that the Zeros lost any advantage they had, because they I've lost one of the landing gears. I will attempt this like this then. Anyway, where was I? Yes, the Hellcat proved to be too much for the Zeros, because it now could match them to climbing and turning. Uh, Come on, I gotta keep it like this as long as possible. It was my fault, but it's the first time I lose. I lose landing gear to speed, but whatever. We walked, didn't we? Let's go to our next aircraft. This is a strange one. The ferry battle, a light bomber from the breeds. And as far as I know, this aircraft was not good. I don't recall what exactly it was, but probably it was slow and it had problems. Vague, I know, but I can't remember what exactly were the issues of this. Let's land it. Maybe we will find out. Nice cockpit. Hey, it has a gun. I mean, yeah, it takes a bit of time to pick up speed. So it's slow. Oh my god. Guys, I just thought my graphics card was artifacting. There are some effects on the glass, and I thought they were artifacts due to the color, but it's not. If I turn around, you can't see them. It's just on the glass. Ah, I legitimately thought my graphics card was artifacting. Yeah, easy plane to land. I had to make sure my gear was down. Nah, I don't think a single gun gonna help us. Yeah, that happened. And that's primarily my fault because I brake like this. And secondary is the aircraft's fault for being another tricycle, uh, a tail dragger. Yes, I got it right this time. Next up, we have the F-156 Storch or Stork, and it was a German reconnaissance aircraft in liaison. Like it would carry some person somewhere, right? And that's just about it. It did its job, and I imagine it's going to be a very easy aircraft to fly and land. As you can see, this aircraft is modded. It's not supposed to be particularly fast. Like, it's just one step before being an ultralight. But you know, the gunner at the back is reassuring. I think we can afford to go max throttle on this. Because it's rather slow and I want to land it to move to the next aircraft. Okay. And you can't go too fast with this, right? The moment I pull down the throttle, it will immediately lose speed. Βρε τι θες, θα σε πάω κάτω, περίμενε. Sorry, my dog is distracting me. Hey, it does have. I thought it wasn't going to have flaps, but it does have flaps. Does this thing can? Yes, it can go under 100 while flying and not stall. Right, and we're here. We landed the Storch. Took generally longer than other aircraft because it's a very slow aircraft. What's next? Fee, got up next to you. Ah, yeah, let's search again. Nope. Next one. FM2. The British Wildcat. We've landed this already. Fokker G1. The Fokker G1. Is it this? Give me a sec to look this up. By the way, we are past 2 hours. I'm impressed with myself. Not much though with this stream because nobody is watching it. Uh, Fokker G1. Ah, Dutch. Another Dutch aircraft. Twin engine heavy fighter. Comparable in size to the Messerschmitt Bf 110. First flight 1937. 63 built. Primary uses Luftvaartafdeling. I know I mispronounced this. And Luftwaffe. Specifications for the fucker G1. Maximum speed at 4,100 meters, 475 kilometers. That's it. And I say this is worse than this is worse than the BF 110. Regardless, let's give it a spin, shall we? This heavy fighter. But it has a laser at the front. And by laser, I mean all these guns that will rip apart everything. Oh, he doesn't like negative G's. So I would say it's an unremarkable aircraft. Like didn't do, as far as I know, didn't do much during the war. Oh my god! I almost uh, crashed on the sea. Let's deploy the everything. Tail dragger design. And let's do this. Touchdown. Easy aircraft to land. Yay. This is another modded aircraft by VP Mod Pack 2. But I have to say it's one of the better designed ones. The interior is very nice. Regardless, let's get back to business. Fulmar. Now this is ridiculous. This aircraft was supposed to be a fighter, and it doesn't look like a fighter. It doesn't look like it can keep up with fighters. It looks big and cumbersome, and I'm not sure was the smarty pants who thought to make this fighter, to make this at all, not make it a fighter. But let's give it a spin. Who knows? What the hell is that? Hey, the cockpit is nice, at least. I'm sorry. It has a lot gun. What is the guy in the back supposed to be? Is he a navigator? Well, he's not a bombardier, that's for sure. This is not a bomber. Not light, not heavy. It takes bombs, but it's not a bomber. It's a bomber, though. I don't remember much about this. I must have watched one or two videos about it, and they didn't praise the aircraft. They didn't praise it at all. I'm doing it. And this is another modded plane, by the way. And I'm gonna land it. Well, too soon. Ugh. A bit bouncy, but we did it. We landed this fighter. Let me take it. Let me check a bit. Fulmar. Fairy Fulmar. A British-born, a British carrier-borne reconnaissance and fighter aircraft, which was developed and manufactured by aircraft company Fairey Aviation. So reconnaissance and carrier-borne. Well, I hope it wasn't used against anything else because you die in this thing. Fuck you. Oh, now we're going to the fuck you wolves. For starters, the 189, this scout plane, this weird looking scout plane. Let's have a spin with it. Such a small plane. Hey, it even has guns. How cute. Anyway, this was a reconnaissance aircraft. It wasn't supposed to be doing any kind of fighting. This is weird. There's a rear gunner, and there's a gunner at the bottom. These, these gunners were supposed to have cameras. The propeller tips are weird. Anyway, we are approaching the airfield. The landing gear is tricycle. I'm sorry, it's 9 o'clock. That's right. Deploy everything. Doesn't want to go down. But you need to be careful because if it stalls at the last moment, you can't salvage it. You'll crash into the ground. Oh, oof, we touched a bit of grass there. But we did it, regardless. Neato. Hmm. So that was the 189. We're moving to the 190. And what a doozy is this? The fuckable 190, eh? Right. You know what? I'm gonna leave it here. Save a few aircraft for next time. I'll do uh another part of this to land aircraft. And since nobody's watching this, I'm not really motivated to continue. Uh, so I'll stop it here and see you on the next one. I'll just rename this. I'll just rename this stream as part 1, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.